Welcome back, everyone, to the Reading by Candlelight book club at Molly's Cottage. I'm here with January Gilchrist, author of the final chapter, which features in the October crime thriller book box. Welcome, January.
Thank you for having me.
Now, January's book has proved very popular with readers of all genres. It's tense, it's emotionally sharp, and impossible to put down. If this is your first time meeting January, here's a little background. January Gilchrist is a Brisbane based mystery author, single mum, and performing arts professional. She holds a Bachelor of Creative Arts, owns a boutique Pilates studio, and was longlisted for the 2019 Rochelle Prize, which is a very big deal. It's a ritual prize. Sorry, everyone. I said it wrong. Hannah, if you're listening to this, I'm truly sorry. And her debut thriller was inspired by her time at the Varuna Writers' House, which is an equally big deal. The final chapter was published at the end of July by HQ HarperCollins and was shortlisted for the Sisters in Crime Scarlet Stiletto Award. It has been described, I love this, as Benjamin Stevenson meets Nine Perfect Strangers, which is high praise indeed.
Isn't it? A lot to live up to.
January, can you please give us a quick spoiler-free pitch of your book?
Quick is obviously my issue. I do not like brevity. So the final chapter is a locked room mystery. It's set at a writer's retreat in the Blue Mountains. Five writers get snowed in together, but not all make it out alive. Ambition, revenge, and secrets.
I love that. And I must say, I love a locked room mystery. They are my favorite Agatha Christie's stories, and they're always so much fun to work out.
Hmm.
Now, this story was inspired by your time at the Verona Writers' House in the Blue Mountains. Do you remember the moment you decided the final chapter had to be written?
I do actually. I was down in the lounge. You have a communal area, so you all have your own rooms. It is an old house that's been converted. And I was sitting with Laurie Steed, who is, yeah, a really fantastic, does a lot of work with emerging writers, incredible person as well. And unfortunately, I did name Laurie after him, but that's where there's no similarities whatsoever. It was just merely because we started talking, and it was a really atmospheric night. The fire was burning. We had red wine. But because the house is old, when the wind blows, the windows rattle, and it really did sound the first couple of times we would jump and look, is someone trying to get in? And then it was just kind of kept coming. All of these things happen. And then two writers sitting together with some red wine. That was it. It was, yeah, just riffing off each other. And then what if this happened? And then what if this happened?
I love that. And
Yeah.
I mean, the title is absolutely brilliant. Was it always your title, though?
It was always my title.
Amazing.
I just love that little play on it's someone's final chapter. Yeah, I just thought it was cute. I did actually think that the publisher would change it, but they loved it too, so that was great.
Oh no, it's absolutely brilliant. And you got a excellent cover out of it as well. I just love the little dusting of snow.
Yes, and the person on
Wow.
top of the house holding a book. I think it's like little Easter eggs.
It
Um,
is. It's just it's an absolutely eye-catching
It
cover.
is. You know, I've been traveling so much. My book tour was in Melbourne, and you can really it stands out on the shelf in the airport. It always gave me a little thrill keeping an eye out for it on the shelf.
It's always so much fun to see that you like authors always say to me, "Oh, it's lovely seeing it in the bookshop, but when you see it at the airport."
You know, I don't know what it is about the airport, but it is literally everyone's dream. Everyone I know who's trying to get published, we all say, I just want to see it at the airport.
I'm sure a lot of writers would recognize the people that are your characters because you have this amazing group of characters in your novel. Not all are likable, but they are all so much fun. And I loved that everyone had a secret. What I want to know is how did you build them? Did you base them on real life writers that you've met?
No.
Okay.
No, no, no. No, they're really archetypes. So I think I've had so much feedback. Actually, one of the things that's really touched me is how much feedback I've had from readers about Desley, uh,
Oh,
how people have connected to her. She was very much just like my swirling feelings about writing as a kind of industry and a job. But Colette and Maya, and even Laurie and Tavis to a certain degree, are just kind of archetypes of the type of people you encounter at industry events. The glamorous, successful Colettes who really don't care about writing at all. She's not bothered. And yet she just kind of gets handed this New York Times bestseller and she's like, oh, ho hum, who cares? And um, Maya, the young, arrogant, she's only ever experienced success with her writing. And sometimes when you encounter those people, they can be a little smug and
yeah.
unkind because the journey can really take it a lot out of you emotionally. Like you're on the page or you're doing your best and it's your creative beating heart and then it gets rejected. So when you kind of haven't lived those experiences, it can be easy for you to be like, what, like it's hard? So, yeah, they're not specific people, but they are definitely archetypes.
And which character do you think that you enjoyed writing the most?
I loved Desley just because she's crazy and really she was so fun. I feel like if you would just allow yourself to spiral and just like wallow in despair, like that was quite cathartic. That was really fun. Like, what if you never tried to be better? What if you just really let the voices in your head go? And that's so yeah, Desley. What's she gonna do next?
Love that. Now, I mentioned before that you were longlisted for the prestigious, I'm
Ri-
going to say ritual. It's right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rachel. I called it Rochelle for many years until I was corrected. It's Rachel.
It's the ritual prize. But how did it shape your confidence as a writer?
I wouldn't be writing without it. To be honest, I
That's
would,
great. I
yeah, I
love
would have given up. I really would have given up. I just think there is a lot of, I call it screaming into the void.
Yes.
You know yourself writing a manuscript. You sound like you have a lot more writerly friends than I did when I was writing the first manuscript. I didn't know. Is it good? Is it rubbish? Is it I'm laughing, but that doesn't mean really, that doesn't mean anything. So yeah, that was just it spurred me on to keep trying, I guess. And that is the key
I
to the
love that. I love that because it's so important that you do get some validation, but not too early.
not too early and not too much.
Yes.
I do think in an industry, I mean it's humbling, but I think it is important to get some sort of validation so you can check in with yourself about why you're writing. If you think
Mm.
you're going to get fame and fortune, you are more likely to be sorely disappointed. But if you enjoy it and there can be these little glimmers and you just take the wins, then I think that it can definitely bring you joy.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a pantser who likes to plot just a little. Without spoilers, can you talk about whether you plotted the book in advance or was it written more organically?
Oh, organic all the way. I wish I plotted because sometimes you write
Yes.
yourself, well, not necessarily right into a corner, but there were days when I'd sit down and go, and now what? Okay. Somebody has to do something, but I really love the energy that comes from that because if you are in the point in your manuscript that you're feeling a little bit like, and now what? You're going to ramp it up. You're going to drop a bomb. You're going to make somebody do something crazy. And then while the reader's reading, they're going to feel like it's a exciting journey, hopefully.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
I agree. I agree. I truly admire people that can plot
I
all the way
know.
through. Like that's crazy. I can't do that. I can plot little bits, just enough so I know beginning and end and and the twists, but
Yeah.
I can't do that. I wish I
And
could.
we're all obsessed now that we know Jane Harper almost writes an entire manuscript as her outline. And when
I
I hear that,
know, it's just I
oh,
know. Her outline's like 60,000 words. It's a just incredible feat of
mm.
yeah, but that's why her books are so easy to read. They're just
Maybe I should take a leaf out of Jane Harper's book.
I you were awarded a Varuna scholarship, which is I mean, that's pretty prestigious as well, and it gave you inspiration for this book. But
It.
were there any bits of research that you did for, that readers might find interesting? Just things that you did, extra besides just going to Varuna?
There wasn't. I think this is a really character, apart from read other crime novels, because this is my first. I mean, they call it crime, but I don't feel like it's crimes happen, but it's really character driven. So it is
Yes,
really about the people who find themselves in this situation, which I
I
personally
agree.
love
Yes.
to read. Um, yeah, maybe just a little bit of researching. Okay, how do other people structure their mysteries? What do we have to do here? Because I can't just have characters wandering around the house. Things do have to happen.
Yes. No. And so that leads us to this question. What do you think makes for a great mystery story?
I recently read one on the Kindle, and at 12%, I texted my friend and I said, I've got the twist. And I read forward, going, I can see everything signposted. And
Mm,
that's really cemented for me. I think we want to be along the journey. I think we want to be playing detective and
yes.
don't want the twist to be so ridiculous that if you've ever read one, you go, well, hold on, that is so silly, and you're going to get cross. Have you read Fingersmith?
Yes.
I mean, no spoilers, but that twist that comes halfway in the book, I threw the book across the room. I was furious. And then before going to read forward, I went back and reread that first half because I was like, you lied to me. And she had set it up so brilliantly
I have
that,
thrown books too.
yeah, I was furious. But I think we want to be along for the journey, but we don't want to be fooled. We want it to
Yeah.
be masterful and feel like we could have solved it. I want to get to the end and go, oh, of course, of course. But I don't want to be at 12% going, of course.
Yes. No, I know exactly what you mean. When I read AJ Finn's The Woman in the Window, there is a twist in that, and you get to it, and I went, oh, you're too smart. Oh my goodness. I
Oh,
cannot believe that you just did that to me. You. And
I was
yeah.
almost like going to be one of those crazy readers emailing the author. I cannot believe you made me have these feelings.
Yes, and JP Pamari's In the Clearing, which is one of my favorite ever crime books, and it is one of the cleverest
Is
twists.
it? Okay,
It's
I'm gonna remember
it's
those two.
Josh is one of the most brilliant crime writers, and I'm really pleased that he's getting so much success in Australia. But yes, very, very clever. I love clever twists.
Yes,
And
me
yes,
too.
and I love the fact that this is locked room. That to me, that's like you're always guessing, you're always
Yes.
trying to work it out. You're always trying to go back, think about who the character is and why are they doing this and I know what you mean when you said that it's so character driven because it is. You've done such a fine job of
Thank
creating these people on the page that just keep you thinking all the time. Mm,
Yes, I hope so. Thank you. That's really great praise. I did want to create, because most of them are unlikable.
yeah,
There's been a few reviews that have said that. My friends, I'm avoiding the reviews, and I'm like, they're supposed to be. But also,
yeah,
aren't we all? Like, I really wanted to give, particularly the three women who were behaving at sometimes really badly. I wanted them to have reasons for that, because there are times when maybe I've behaved badly because there's something going on for me, or someone's behaved badly for me because something's, going on for them. And we're not we're really keen in this cancel culture to say, well, you're black and white, you're a bad person because you did this one thing. And I wanted to explore particularly female relationships. Okay, what if we give each other a little bit more grace? And what if we did team up? Like, what if we actually said, it's us against these men? We'd be unstoppable. They'd be really scared.
Now, without spoiling anything, is there a particular scene or element of the story that was the most rewarding for you to write?
I'm not sure if I can say exactly what one, because it is at the end. I will say there is a character arc that resolves itself in a way that really, in fact, I think I did almost cry, and I'm not a crier,
Oh.
while writing it, because I was just so, it felt, because I don't plot as well, it was a surprise to me. And I was like, oh, the resolution for this one character just felt so, it gave me the feels. That was a really rewarding. You probably know what one it is, but I can't say.
I can't say you'd ruined it. What what is it that you feel that you would like readers to take away when they finish the book?
I think I would really like them to question their own participation. I know this is a little deep, but their own participation in the patriarchy. I think these three women come ready to battle each other. They're really keen to instantly, straight off the bat, we don't like other women. And Colette in particular is that kind of the foil for a beautiful, successful woman who people just hate because she has it all. And then we have these men who get away with all sorts of things because they're successful. So
Mm.
apart from a good read, I'd really like women to reflect and say, "How? What if I offered every woman I met some grace?"
I love that. That's a really good message to have to in addition to a marvelous mystery.
I know it's a bit deep for a mystery, but that's, yeah. Apart from it was great to read, and I couldn't stop, stay
Yeah.
up late and read it. Yeah.
Now, I would like to know at the moment, what are you reading?
I'm reading something called, it's for book club, and it's called, it's Karen Slaughter's We Are All Guilty Here.
Oh, yes. Oh
Have
my
you read
goodness.
it?
No, I haven't, but
Oh.
it's on my to be read pile.
So my book club's quite dark. And
Yes, they must be. I mean, Karen Slaughter's very dark.
yeah, the one we read before this was, I can't remember the name of it, the woman who wrote Strange Sally Diamond.
Oh, yes.
Liz Nugent.
Mm.
Damn. And this one is dark. Yes.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
I'm turning the pages, but I can only like read during the day because
Yes, you can't read her at night, can you? It's terrifying.
and what I don't like reading personally is things that really could happen.
Mm.
Want to imagine a man coming and snatching you off your bike and putting you in the boot.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I'd rather a ghost in the house, to be honest.
Now, I've got some quick questions for you.
Okay.
Hardcover, paperback, ebook, or audiobook?
Um, Hardcover if it's special, paperback every other time.
I miss hardbacks. Miss
Mm.
hardcovers.
I
I'm so
think, and they always
jealous of
have it
anyone who
beautiful.
gets hardcovers for their books.
Yes. And the foiling when you take the slip off, and yeah, I love
But
them.
I must admit, they don't live as long or as well as a paperback.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
Paperbacks stay very pretty and very nice, but of course, the fact that they have the covers on them.
Ah,
Yes, now I've noticed that when they do hardbacks, they don't have the covers on them. They just do it as a hard thing. And yes, yes, there isn't enough hardbacks to buy in Australia.
yeah.
So I agree. Paperbacks, I'm not great with audiobooks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I think. I
My
tune out and I do something else, and then I go,
Yes, so
"Oh,
do I. See, same, my attention wanders. What is your favorite book to reread?
Well, very timely question given that we've just had the top 100 books of all time. I really enjoyed watching that. My favorite book in the world of all time that I probably reread once a year is The Book Thief.
Oh my god, same,
I love it so,
same. I love it so
so
much. Yes,
much.
no offense to Trent Dalton, who did actually write a
He
cover
did.
quote,
Yeah, that's
"You
right.
lucky, lucky girl," for your amazing book, but The Book
I
Thief came in
know.
second.
And even though I know what's coming, I cry like a baby. Oh my
No,
days.
every time.
The first time I read it, I was still married, and my husband woke up. I was reading it in bed, and I woke him up. I was sobbing. I
Sobbing.
was, and he woke up and he thought that somebody had died. He was just like, "What is going on with the book? The book."
I know. I've
Oh,
only ever cried that much again,
mm.
um, at the reading The Red Wedding.
Oh,
Yeah, George R. R. Martin's
oh, from the Game
yes,
of
so
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, the second book in Game of Thrones when they have the Red
Ah,
Wedding. Oh my goodness.
I've only watched the show, but I remember that
Um,
was shocking,
yes,
shocking.
yes. But The Book Thief is my favorite book. I quote bits from it all the time. The beginning is the best beginning of any novel ever. And
And even the authorial voices,
oh,
just all of it is stunning.
yeah, I know, I
Stunning.
love it. Death is the best character ever
I
invented.
know. And what a mastermind to be like, you know who's going to narrate this book? Death.
Yeah. You know, little fangirlies over
I
Mark Cusack. Oh my goodness. If I ever met him, honestly, I would be a puddle on the floor.
Me too. Me too. I don't know if I could even play it cool. You know how some like when I see Trent, I'm like, "Hey, Trent, how are you?" And inside, I'm like, "Oh." Um,
No,
and we
no.
just did Brisbane Writers Festival, so we had some really amazing authors, and I was trying to be like, "Yeah, we're all authors here." But yeah, Marcus, I'd just have to be like,
I know. I think I might cry. I love this for us.
Me too. I actually hope we're together one day and we meet him so we can both cry.
Oh, I know. Terrified he'll run.
Right? This man's like, call security.
So, an author everyone should read at least once, Marcus Zusak.
Marcus Zusak. I mean, I think everyone should read that book at least once.
Oh, I know, absolutely. Now, best book you've read this year so far? This is a hard one because you've
Oh,
read loads of
I
good books.
read so many. I don't know that I can pinpoint um, one of the year. Yeah. I just recently read The Shot by Naima Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought the concept of that was maybe the most interesting that I've read for years. It's about a reality show, but you have to have plastic surgery to disguise yourself to become the perfect partner for your ex-boyfriend. And then
Oh,
you
that's bizarre.
right? And then you have to
I
make him
love
fall
it.
in love with you again. And then you
Oh,
win the show if he falls in love with you. Dark and twisted, but yeah, interesting.
oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
genius. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna get that.
Yeah, so good.
So good. Can you tell us what you're writing now?
Well, the reason I picked up the shot is because I'm writing, it's another locked room, but this time we're on a Queensland island. And people have gone to this island because they think they are participating in a Love Island, Married at First Sight type show, but it turns out they might be a little bit more Squid Game.
Oh, no, I love that. That's genius. I love anything when people are on islands.
I know. And then I thought, cheeky tech seduction, better go up to Hamilton Island and,
Oh,
experience the tropical north.
of course, why not? I love that. You are a genius, January
The next
Gilchrist.
one I'll have to set in Paris.
Yes, absolutely. Why not? Or the Caribbean.
Yes, that can be booked for. I spoke to Ellie Lowe at an event recently, and she told me that she set her next book on a cruise ship. And I thought, oh, that's also a great idea.
Oh, like, she's getting really inventive with these places. I love that.
Yeah. So I
And
thought
I
that was great. I could go on a cruise ship and
yes.
search.
I love Ellie's books too. They're so
Yes, me
much fun.
too. They
The
are fun.
Private Island was really good.
Yes. Yes, I enjoyed that.
Well, believe it or not, that's time on our interview.
That flew by. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. Now, thank you all for coming along tonight and watching us live. And if you are watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you think in the Reading by Candlelight Facebook group or on socials. And I'd like to thank our author, January Gilchrist, for chatting with me and for being Reading by Candlelight's October crime thriller book box author.
Thank you for having me on both accounts. I was thrilled to be part of the book subscription and thrilled to be part of your podcast.
Now, if you haven't read this yet, then I advise you to do it with the lights on and definitely not in a lonely cabin in the mountains.
Definitely not in winter in the Blue Mountains.
No, no. But definitely read it because it's brilliant and you will love every minute of it as I did. Now, wishing everybody happy reading and goodbye until the next Reading by Candlelight Book Club.